Hello, my friends, and welcome to a new review. This was brought to us by Ablone Software and Epic Quest Games. And the game I'm going to be covering is Sunblast. Captain, we need your help. The Spurkons join forces with the Ankaloons and Colodons and start an attack. The strategy is what we call the Sunblast, devastating attack with tremendous consequences. Start with ways of combat just followed by powerful emitting the sun. Can't read all that. So as you can tell, yes, this game is called Sunblast. And I joined Ryu on his review of this game. And apparently this was designed for the Wii. So let's try this out, shall we? Let's see how it handles the smell test. So we got the Thundermoth, the Armageddon Rifle, the Swarm Blaster, and that's about it. So you know what? Let's have auto fire on. And we can choose our color. Let's see. I think we should go with this one. The Thundermoth. Vertical control low, horizontal control high. This way I can only focus on the control. Well, as a shooter, it's alright. Now this game said it was inspired by Star Fox, Panzer, Dragoon, and Space Harrier. And of course, if you notice, when you get hit, you tend to lose your power-ups. But like I said, what I'm doing is I'm focusing most of my control on technically just control. The firing, I'm not really worried about. Spear conflict. Because all I can really do is just focus most of my attacks on what's in front of me. Now, it seemed to be an okay game. It may not be a Star Fox or Panzer Dragoon, but it's not bad for a mediocre space shooter. Although I can see why this game is somewhat trying to be a little something close to those classics. You know, it's a good thing I've been playing Gyruss as of late. Or at least, to the best of my ability. I may not be a pro at this, but damn it, I'm not called Shin Kazama for a reason. Now, of course, the story is basically you just have to Spear Con Destroyer. Okay. We have a boss thing. Ow. Oh yeah, you definitely are somewhat familiar to Star Fox, and this is one of those games that just, I don't know. This is one of those games that just requires a whole lot of something. Like you see, it's basically for the Wii, you know, it was designed to be for the Wii. I'm pretty sure if I found it on the Wii. I'm pretty sure if it was designed for the Wii, I'm pretty sure it would have been one of those kind of games that you just had to play because it was like one of those cheapy games. Okay, left, right, down, up. Okay, good. We can work with this. But it's not bad that I was working with inverted controls, though. This game, I can pretty much say, like I stated before, it's mediocre. It may not be like, the classics like Star Fox or Space Harrier. but it does its predecessor proud. The only thing it does for me is heighten my hand-eye coordination. And apparently, from what I see, if you have all four power-ups, well, you kind of get a wave gun. Somewhat similar to Fester's Quest. The other thing is, you just can't get hit. So you technically have a total of 4 hits. And what you want to do is you want to keep your power up. Just for optimum efficiency, you want to keep your power-ups as best you can. What Ryu says is right. You know, you can only play this for a while until, for some reason, it will slowly get stale. If it doesn't change up, it doesn't have any changes up. If it doesn't have anything new to it, then yeah, it does get stale very quickly. I mean, the good thing about this game is, like I said, it reminds me of Gyruss, because you're moving around and in technically 4 corners of the screen. But the downside is you can only take a few hits until your life bar reaches 0. There's only one continue. I mean, well, I should say, I'm thinking the only way you can continue is you have to beat the boss. And this game is like 24. And this game is like 24 cents. Oh yeah, see, I can handle this. Ooh. I can handle this better. Oh. I can handle this better. You see why I have this on auto fire, so I can focus on control. Firing is not a big issue to me as long as I have control. And we destroy the enemy starship. Woundables. A new wave. Just like they say for Star Wars. Now I have like another game that I want to cover. Whoa. He calls it a tunnel shooter, I wouldn't be wrong with that. It's too much tunnel. The only problem I have with this game is you get hit once too many times. And you can't counter shoot. That's my thing, you can't counter shoot. Because if somebody's firing at me, I should be able to fire back, you know, destroy enemy fire with my shots. This game does not have counter fire. This game reminds me of Star Fox already. One thing I definitely do have quite a bit of experience is shooters. Okay. Oh, you must be those. Oh, you must be those arachnophobic sons of bitches. I'm not interested. He's right. This is where you need retros. Now the music, make 40 hits in 60 seconds, huh? I don't think that should be a problem. As long as I can make dead-on shots like this. Am I going to get... Okay. You should have heavily damaged when all of it... Yeah, continue. I see. This is how they continue. Okay. Every 4 stages, once you pass it. Okay. That sort of makes sense. You're going through waves, so therefore, every 4th mission. So it really is like Gyruss. There are some games I can see, and many other games. And like I said, the only problem I see with this game, among, you know, upon, you know, not saying just, you know, you having retro boosters or a smart bomb. fact that where it really counts, it's not there. You do not have anything to slow you down or to help you speed up. Now I'm sort of concerned about, if it's for Wii. If it's for Wii, I like to just try it out. Oh, come on, game. I'd say I give it like another mission or so. If I don't pass it, well then, But so far, like I said, it plays like Star Fox. It has the Star Fox aspect, but it also plays like Gyruss. Because you have the whole circling aspect. And it does have its flaws. I'll admit, it does have its flaws. The flaws are, well, as you can tell, there's no retros. I'm not sure if you have a smart bomb to use. But it is something, though. It really is something. These flaws, I can see, are detrimental to this game. The Devourer, I see. That's supposed to be like Star Fox. Whoa! Ow. Yeah. This is another problem. The hitbox. The hitbox is a bit janky. because you technically have a big ass hitbox. Like with his boss, like it's not me trying to, hit. That's more like my hitbox is too big. Okay, see, now right there, you can tell that's messed up. Yeah. I mean, I feel it's enough, But I mean, you can at least continue the game where you last left off if you so choose to. But but my final thoughts about this game are: A, if your ship is too big, that makes you a liability to a lot of unneeded hits. I mean, I played shooters before, and the one thing you're never supposed to do for a shooter, regardless of if it's isometric, top-down, side view, or even 3D-ish, you're never supposed to have the hitbox about too big, because let's say you're trying to evade a shot, and you evaded that shot, and all of a sudden it just hits that frame. That's one thing I want to cover. You're not supposed to have a shot in which it hits your frame, but all of a sudden, it didn't hit you. So the hitbox is an issue for me. Another thing is, the controls, like I said, are more Gyruss bound than anything else. I can see if I was playing this on the Wii and I would be using my remote to play it, I can see myself trying to manage it, because I'm just going up, down. I'm doing this by hand, really. I'm just going okay, this. All I have to do is remember to invert my controls, to take the invert off. So when I move down, my ship moves down. When I move up, my ship moves up. When I go side to side, that's all I'm doing. Because like I said, I'm not focusing on the firing. I could, if it says auto fire, I will just basically, focus on controlling. Because to me, controlling is more important than the firing. Because as long as you can fire, you're okay. Because that's your only defense. And like I said before, when firing, there's no counter fire. Now, in some games, I'm going to refer to probably the best example would be 1943, or in general 19XX. The 19XX series, you can technically counter fire or just stop enemy fire with the shotgun. And usually certain games can either, have a weapon that can basically repel fire or stop fire altogether. It's like if somebody's shooting a missile at you, then by all means you need a counterfire. But here that's not the case, because there should be a counterfire here. That, I feel, is definitely needed just as a means of defense, because you can't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna take this guy down," and just hope for the best. Because sometimes you can't just rely on evasive flying. You had to have counterfire to go with the evasive flying. Another thing is, I don't think I ever saw a smart bomb in this game. And you gotta have at least one ultimate bomb on hand. 2, 3 at the most. But you have to have a smart bomb. Otherwise, if things get really, really heavy, it's not going to work. Because if you got so many things on the screen, and I mentioned this, on review of it, I mentioned Fist of Jesus. And when I said it was in the later levels, you'll probably see it later on this week or next week. But the later levels, when you see a freaking mob right there, it's like you're one person, and then a whole mob comes out of nowhere. You're basically desperately trying to break out of that mob. You know, you're trying to not get yourself killed. And you do have a smart bomb. I mean, there's a smart bomb in that game. Granted, you're going to have to fight for it, but when you do, you're going to have to do a tutorial to learn how to use it. But still, point is, a game like this should require a smart bomb. I mean, power-ups, I don't mind. I wish the power-ups were a little more, I don't know, wider. I mean, I can understand if you take one hit, your power degrades. I feel, you know, it should not count toward you getting hit. That reminded me of Blaster Master. I almost forgot about that. Because every time you took a hit in Blaster Master, and if your gun power up was at maximum, you took one hit, it drops by a level. And I feel that's what should have been needed. Like a gun meter, like, okay, like you're level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Even though it was on the HUD, still, there should have been more to it than just 4. At least 5. There should have been a more collective number of weapons to choose from than just your blaster. I mean, I know it's like technically you're basically shooting a little wave, but you need a little something more than that. Especially if you're dealing with waves. It needs a little something more. But like I said before, in the previous game that I've covered, this game needs a last bit of polish. It needs retros to help you slow down. It needs, more weapons. A smart bomb of sorts. The hitbox, to me, is a big issue. That hitbox needs to be properly adjusted. Other than that, like I said before, the previous game, it shows potential. It just needs a lot more spit and polish. So, that's all I have to say about this game. But could I recommend this to anybody else? Well, if you got 24 cents, because that's how much this game is worth, you can buy it on Steam for 24 cents. I am kid you not. We've checked into this. It is 24 cents. But like I say, if you want something that won't take so much, you can just, take so much time. Just get this, try it as a quickie, play it for yourself, see what you think about it. And, of course, you can always leave a comment on my video or whatever and tell me what you think about this. Otherwise, this game is alright. It's nothing. It's nothing like the shooters I played in the past, but it just needs a lot more work. It is a game that I feel can be improved with just all these little flaws, all these little details that I pointed out that should be in this game or should be featured in this game. That's what I honestly think it should be. Other than that, it's an okay game. Plot is cliched, but you know, you're this lone warrior of the galaxy, and you have to defend. You have to defend this from an alien menace. Of course, we've seen that in every other space shooter. So there's that. So, other than that, that's all I had to say. And that's all I got for now for this review of Sunblast. I'd like to thank you for watching. And I hope you enjoy this among other videos I've done in the past and present. And next time, you'll see me play something else. So until then, I have been the Tenkaichi of gaming and otaku, Ichigo Musko, aka PookieSE7, and I'll see you next time with more videos. Until then, take care, God bless, and as always, Tenkai Muso.